Hey, welcome to the Wealth Agenda. I am your host and financial coach, Tania Brielle Mabrey. And now we are continuing our extended interview where we are talking about real estate, myth busting, and buying your first properties with as little money down as possible. And we have a powerhouse in real estate with us today. Simone, thank you for continuing this conversation with us.
Thank you for having me, Tania.
Yes, Miss Symone Smith is in the house. So, for someone who has never bought a home, what is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have out there when it comes to getting their first property?
One of the biggest misconceptions I hear all the time is that you need to put 20% down. That is absolutely a myth. The most you really need to put down for an FHA loan is 3.5%. So people don't need as much money as they think they do to get into their first home.
That is a big difference. I mean, the
Absolutely.
amount of money you have to put aside in a savings account between 20% and 3.5%,
Yeah.
and you're saying that's not true.
Not true.
I love that. That's why we have to talk to the experts. So, what are one or two creative financing strategies that you've used with clients that most people may not know about?
So, one of the things I utilize a lot is I help people to get seller's help. Seller's help is when a seller gives a buyer money to purchase their home. I know it seems insane that a seller would be selling that they would be selling and giving away some of their proceeds, but they actually do. And with the power of negotiation, I'm able to make it happen. I also tell people to leverage into any investments that they may have that they're able to pull from to help them purchase that home and just kind of explore those options as well.
She said, I am an expert negotiator. I
Absolutely.
can move things around. I can influence people to do things that are going to be and work out into your favor.
Absolutely. Whatever works best for my
And
clients.
that's important to know because I think people don't realize, like you said, the down payment assistance, the seller's help, that there's so many different options available.
For sure.
So we've had the opportunity to talk. And so I've learned a little bit about your approach to real estate. And baby, you are not just selling homes, you are out here educating people.
Yes,
So tell me a little
absolutely.
bit about the process that you do with helping people in terms of like the education piece.
Okay. So I offer various different ways to educate people. One thing that I do is called Fancy's Buyers Boot Camp. It's a boot camp class that I started pretty early in my real estate career. And it's basically a couple weeks long course where people are able to come with me and I teach them and we take a deep dive into the process of purchasing a home. They can answer questions. They learn like step by step what it's like, and it also helps them to get that motivation and encouragement to get started. And I also have started doing an annual home buyers day party where people are able to come get educated, motivated, have a little fun, and really make sure that they grasp the full process and they know what's to come.
That's awesome. You can tell that you're not just doing things organically, you are doing things strategically. So, a lot of the pieces that we've been talking about is the money, right? Because that's a
Mhm.
huge barrier. So, how do you help clients to understand the full financial picture? Like when it comes to closing costs and all of the details that it takes, how do you help your clients understand all of that?
Great question. I think that also connects back with educating them. So typically, when a buyer gets pre approved with me, before they can even begin house shopping, I make every single buyer do a pre approved buyer's consultation with me. That's where we sit it down, typically in my office, sometimes via Zoom, and we are going step by step over your numbers, sometimes with my lender on the call as well. And we're also going through the process again, but I'm very, very big on educating people so that they don't just feel like they bought a home, but that they understand all that comes with buying a home and that we are going over every single number so that they know what programs are available to them, how much money they need down, what their monthly payment is going to look like. All of that, all of those things are very important to me. So, first step is educating before you can go see a house.
I I just love your thoroughness, right? Because I remember when I was a first-time home buyer, I think I was 22 or 23, and my realtor did none of that with me, and I felt like I got in way over my head. It works
Yeah.
out, but I just wish I would have had somebody like you that would have walked me through that process.
Thank you.
Now, for some of our listeners and viewers who may be sitting there and they're like, okay, I want to buy a home, but I'm a year or two out. Like, I know I don't have my ducks in a row yet. What are some of the things that they could be doing today to help get prepared?
If they're a year or two out, I would say reach out to me. A lot of times that extra planning time helps. And I tell people that everybody's process is different. I have buyers who buy with me immediately, buyers who buy a year, 2 or 3 years later. But reach out to me. Let's make an individualized game plan for you. Maybe in that time, we can come up with a savings goal for you. We can come up with a credit strategy plan to get your credit score up. So definitely reach out to me and let's get started, even if it is a ways out.
I love that because sometimes some professionals in real estate are like, if you're not ready to pull the trigger, then I don't want to talk to you. And so the fact that you're really willing to be on that journey with someone and provide information wherever they are in that process, that just speaks to your heart
Mm.
for people. Now, if there was one myth or one thing about real estate that you could just erase in people's mind forever, what would that one thing be?
That one thing would be a lot of people who feel like that they can't do it, who they feel like buying a home is unobtainable to them. I would like to erase that. I wish that did not exist. I have seen many and many a clients who thought that they would never be homeowners become homeowners, and regular everyday people are out here buying homes, and you're good enough and you're qualified and you're capable enough to buy one too.
Can you look in the camera and say that one more time?
You're good enough and you're capable enough to buy a home too.
I love it. She said, you can do it. Do
Yes.
not let the mindsets, do not let the naysayers, do not let
Mhm.
the perceived obstacles, do not let the generational influence prevent you from taking that step that can build wealth through real estate. Girl, I'm
It is
here.
life changing.
Yes, it
Purchasing a home is
is.
life changing
And
for
real
sure.
estate is such one of the most pivotal pieces of growing net worth in America today and for creating generational wealth. So getting people from the bench to
Absolutely.
the signing table, listen, all
Mhm.
right, Simone is helping people. You are just so phenomenal. I am enjoying it so much. So, let's talk numbers. So, how many clients have you helped to purchase a home with little to no money down?
So countless.
She said
A
countless.
large majority of my clients have purchased with little money down or at least with some sort of assistance. And I calculated the numbers recently. And through seller's concessions, which is the seller giving my clients money, I have gotten my clients a total of a little over 435,000 in seller's concessions throughout my real estate career. So that was a super exciting number for me to see, and I'm getting it done, and that's just negotiating and really knowing and learning the market. And I've also been able to get them a little over 140,000 in down payment assistance and grants. So me and my team, we know the grants, we know the down payment assistance, we know when they're coming out, at what time of year, we know how to see if you qualify for them. So if there's money to be found to help you save on purchasing, I'll find it.
Wow. Over 600, little under 600, almost $600,000 saved out of people's pockets that are now being used in other ways to build wealth.
Mhm.
Phenomenal track record, Simone. Phenomenal. So thank you so much for sharing your jewels on this show.
Thank you
You
so
are
much
a
for
wealth
having me.
of knowledge and inspiration and just myth busting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, this has been The Wealth Agenda with Tania Brielle Mabrey, your host and financial coach. If you are interested in learning more wealth building and financial strategies, make sure that you subscribe, hit that like button, and follow us on The Wealth Agenda at Instagram as well. Have a great one.